Hello everyone, Catweazle here, welcome to the channel, and welcome back to Arkham Horror, The Shadow over Innsmouth, turn 10. Okay, quick error to mention. Apparently somebody got in touch on the comments just a few moments ago, just to mention that Lily Chen couldn't actually turn in those monster trophies for a blessing. The reason being, she used Hunter's card on a couple of them to knock them back down to to a single toughness. Well, that carries through. So she only had 3 toughness of monsters. She didn't have 5. Therefore, she's going to have to spend the gate trophy. So I've took the monsters back out of the bag, and the gate trophy has been put in instead. So once again, Amanda is under the pump, but it's gone to the bottom of the stack, so we should be okay. Okie doke. Oh, hang on, let me put that the right way up. There we go. Cool. Right, so having fixed that, oh yes, there was something else as well. The Chthonian was a bit of a laugh, because I just automatically assumed that everybody lost stamina who was in Arkham or Innsmouth, but I should have rolled a die. We'll let it stand, because you only lose a stamina on a 4-5 or on a 4-5 or 6. So I should have rolled for that, but we'll let it stand. We'll just play it that as it fell out of the gate, that it automatically went off, but I should have rolled, and it's too late now, so we'll leave it at that. And the last thing is Lily Chen. Lily Chen and her ability. We'll have a closer look at that when we're actually in the upkeep phase. But apparently that has been changed. But I'll go through that in a short while, because let's get to the upkeep phase, and Silas Marsh is our first player. And here we are with Silas. Now, I was going to run him up to the Bank of Arkham, but sod it. Let's get that clue token. He's going to go to the unnameable. So, he only needs 2 movement to get there. So, that is what he is going to do. We may as well go for it. Get that clue. He'll have an encounter at the unnameable. After that, if we need to carry on, we can send him down to St Mary's Hospital, I think. And he can get some of his stamina back. Okay, right, so that's it for Silas. Next up is Roland Banks. And here we are with Roland. First things first, with Roland, he has got to get to Falcon Point, so he needs 3 movement, so we'll move that. Then we'll do his bank loan. Whoop. Gets a 2, so he has to pay $1. And he's down to $2, but that's fine. $2 doesn't get his expense account, he has to go lower than that, so we don't have to bother with that. But he does get an extra clue token. So he's now up to 3. Out of those 3 clue tokens, he's going to spend 2, and he's going to put them on the deep 1 track. On the blue, so we've now got 4. The yellow spaces are filled and the blue, so he'll only have to fill the green tokens should we get a run on the deep 1 rising track. Very doubtful, but at least we've covered it off. Let's get rid of that. Bank loan goes here. And is there anything else we want to do? I don't think so. He's now got his 3 movement, that's fine. Righty-ho, let's move across to Lily Chen. And here's Lily. We've just got to keep her speed at 4. With Eric Colt, that's the 6 we need to get into the Black Cave. So that's funky. Right, what's she going to do? Well, she's going to do this focus thing, and I'm going to do it exactly the same as I've been doing it for the whole game. And that's just for consistency. Then I'm going to go through why you're not meant to do it anymore. But she's going to shove that like that. I'm going to put her max. She's going to put max stamina up, so she loses one of those because of Cthulhu, but she gets her stamina back, and then we push it back this way and she gets that sanity back. Now That is actually the way yin and yang was originally meant to work. So when Lily Chen was sent out the factory, printed off, that is exactly how Fantasy Flight Games wanted it to work. Then somebody noticed that this meant that Lily Chen would never die if she was fighting Yig, for example. So what they did was they issued a errata, which is fine, except I didn't read it. I'm still blaming FFG because it's not as if it was even ambiguous. This says nothing about you can't do that. There is no ambiguity about that at all. Hence, if you haven't sort of come across that errata, then you'd never even think to look for it, because it's absolutely clear that you can do that. It's only later on they've come up with an errata saying that you can't. I hadn't read it, so I just played it as it was on the character sheet. As I say, for the sake of consistency, I'm going to play it like that for the rest of the game. In future, I will play it the errata way, but we've already played so many, we've played 10 turns with it this way, so I'm going to keep playing it this way. But I take absolutely no blame for playing that wrong. It should have been worked out in playtesting, and they should have put it on there. They didn't. Okay, they did bring an errata out, but you can't expect people to like read all the erratas and stuff and keep them in their mind. There's enough to remember in this game as it is. So I'm playing it as per the character sheet, but there is an errata out there to say you can't do this twice. You can do it once, but you can't go back and forth. So, but I'm going to carry on back and forth in because that's what I've been doing. But in future, I will play it the way that the errata says. But if anybody notices that in the future, that is why I've been playing it this way. Because they meant it to be this way till they changed it. So that's Lily Chen and why we're playing it the way we're playing it just for this game. Is there anything else we're going to do? No, all that seems fine. So she's just going to go to the Black Cave and see where it takes her. Okay, next up, Amanda Sharp. And here we are with Amanda. Okie dokie. I can't remember why I put the lucky cigarette case there. Why did I do that? I don't know. Perhaps it'll come to me while I'm talking. Okay, right. So Amanda, she is coming out of the gate this turn. So first thing we need to do is we need to get her fight up. So we'll flip that out and move it up to 4. So she's got 4 fight plus 1 fight here. She'll have 5 dice minus 1, 4 dice to shut that gate. Oh yes, that's why I put the lucky cigarette case there, because we will be able to re-roll. So we have got a re-roll along with obviously the trying to shut the gate. That's why I put that there to remind me. Right, is there anything else? No, that's it. She's ready to come out and to try and seal that gate. She could use the gate box, I suppose, to go to another gate, but I don't fancy going to the woods because it's got a Chthonian there, and the Black Cave. Well, why don't we just let we'll let Lily go into that, so that's no problem. Right, oh, so that is it for everyone. Let's go to the movement phase. And here we are with Silas. So he's going to go 1, 2, he's going to pick that clue up. Next upkeep phase, he could succeed at his personal story if we have to. We will see how we go on. Hopefully he'll survive the unnameable encounter, and we've just got that as a backup. We've got it as a backup should something horrendous go wrong. Righty-ho, so that is Silas. Next is Roland Banks. Let's get over to Innsmouth. And here we are in Innsmouth. It's got 3 movement points, so 1, 2, 3. There is martial law in Innsmouth, but Falcon Point, you do not have to make a check, so that's fine. So he's going to stay there. Next up, we have Lily Chen. And here we are with Lily. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to avoid the vampire. And she goes to another dimension. Oh, a +0 gate, that's what we like. Another dimension is right down here. So we'll just see the top of her head. So she's in another dimension. Oh no, she's not moving there yet. It's the wrong phase. It's the wrong phase, idiot. She'll move there in the Arkham encounter phase. Okay, after her, it is Amanda Sharp. And here we are with Amanda. She goes back to the graveyard and... yay! I remembered! And she gets an explored token. So that is it for Amanda, and that is it for the movement phase. Okay, Arkham encounter phase coming up. And here we are with Silas. So spent quite a lot of time in the Unnameable. So let's see what it gives us this time. A monster and a gate appear. Right, well that could be worse. It could be worse. Right. I don't think it's a major problem, but we get another Doom token. So we're up to 8. We get another gate. Turn that over in a sec after we get whatever the monster is. Doesn't really matter as far as Silas is concerned, because he will get sucked through the gate. It is a maniac. Easy, easy. So there's the maniac. And Silas gets taken to Yuggoth. Nasty. So he's delayed in Yuggoth. Okie dokie. Next up we have Roland Banks. And here's Roland. And there you can see, there's the dash to indicate he doesn't have to do a sneak and evade check to avoid the militia. There's obviously no militia at Falcon Point. Right, so it's green. He's not going to spend $2 for anybody. So... Falcon Point. You see the debris of some wrecked boat floating in the water. Make a luck -2 check. No! What's his luck? His luck's quite good. He's got the warning mirror. So that's +2. He's got 2 luck anyway, so that's plus... He's got 4 luck. There's nothing else, I don't think. 4 luck, and it's a -2, so he gets 2 dice. 2 4s, that's not good enough. Should he spend a clue? Da, 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 da. Right. No, he's not going to use a clue. He'll keep that clue. So he fails, whatever it is. If you pass, you spot something useful amid the splintered wood and torn canvas. Gain 1 common item. Well, he just failed, didn't he? So he didn't spot anything. That's okay. That's the sort of encounter we like. Good, good. Right, that's it for Roland. Lily Chen. And here we are with Lily. Just managed to get her in. So, suck through the gate, and she ends up in another dimension. And that is it for the Arkham encounter phase. Not a too clever phase, if I'm honest. But next up, it's the Otherworld encounter phase. Don't listen to the silly man. It's not the Otherworld encounter phase. No, it's still the Arkham encounter phase, and we've got a gate to shut. So it's Amanda. So here we are with Amanda. She's trying to shut the gate. She's got 4 dice, but she does have a re-roll with her lucky cigarette case. A 5. She's got a 5. That's good enough. So there we go. Got a gate trophy. And star. Don't think we've got any star monsters. No. Unfortunately, the logo is a triangle. So, no star monsters. But we have shut the gate. So we'll take that. And take that. And we need blue funkiness. Excellent. So, there we go. Super, super, smashing lovely, great. Righto. Now, now it's Silas Marsh. And here we are with Silas. So, let's have a look. So that's a red. We need a blue or a yellow, so that's no good. Rid of that. Next up is, a yellow. So we've got relay, city of the great race, or other. We're at Yuggoth, so it's other. The sky is spinning. Pass a will -2 check, or pass out and stay here next turn. Well, he's already passed out. His will is 2, so he fails. He's certainly not spending a clue token. So he's going to be, he's going to stay here next turn, but he was going to stay here next turn anyway, so no big deal there. Righto, so that is it for Silas. Next up, it is Lily Chen in another dimension. And here we are with Lily Chen. This has got all 4 colours, so whatever card we pick is the one we're going to get. And we've got a green, which has got Dreamlands, Plateau of Leng, so it's other again. You come across a slaughtered creature, pass a luck -1 check. Dun, dun, dun. What's a luck? A luck is 2, so she gets 1 die. She gets a 2, so she fails. She's not going to spend a clue token. So, oh yeah, if you pass, you claim a monster trophy from the cup, even if it's endless, and gain 2 clue tokens. Well, I did roll a die there. I did roll a die. So, I could, using the way I play it, I could use a clue token to try and get 2 there. But no, don't need it. So we've got plenty of clue tokens, so this will be fine. Nothing bad happened, and that is what we like. Okay, so next up, yes, laugh and chuckle phase. And here we are once again, overlooking Arkham and Innsmouth. First things first, the Southside Strangler is still on the loose. So, which ally is he going to claim as another victim? Let us see. It is John LeGrasse, New Orleans detective, has been caught and murdered by the Southside Strangler. Damn. He joins Anna Caslow in death. Right, so we've done that. So back to the laugh and chuckle phase. And let's see what fun we have in store. Oh, we've got a gate. Got a gate at the witch house. Let me move this out of the way, seeing as put it right over the witch house. Right, so we are up to 9. 9 on the Doom track. See how it's whizzing up now. So, witch house, where does the clue go? Black cave, except it doesn't, because there's an open gate there. So it goes to the supply. Monster movement. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, let's do the gates first. Right. There's the gate token, and let's get the monster. And we get another bloody ghost. Ugh, I hate these things. There's a ghost at the witch house. Well, there we go. At least it doesn't move. And we're not planning to go in there anyway. Right. Monster movement. We've got a square. The logo goes off, but nobody's in the factory district. Diamonds. We've got no diamonds. And circles. We certainly got no circles, I don't think. No, so no monster movement. Well, apart from the logo. Estate sale. Environment urban. Investigators who end their movement on the uptown streets may draw 2 unique items. Nice. And purchase one, none, or both of them at list price, discarding any that are not purchased. Hey, if we'd sent Silas... if we'd sent Silas to the Bank of Arkham, he'd have $10 to do that now. He could buy one, and it'd give... Oh yeah, it'd have given Amanda a chance as well, wouldn't it, to have... It'd have given Amanda a chance to get a unique item and complete a personal story. Never mind. Right. So we've got activity at the uptown streets. Right, so this takes the place of The Veil is Strong. We have that for a few turns. So we'll discard this. Estate sale can take its place. And we'll stand it up. Whoop. Do it properly. Stand it up in the downtown streets. Right, oh, that's the other thing. This one finishes now. Strange lights on campus. Miskatonic University is open for students once again. So we'll discard that. Means we can get that administration clue if we so wish, but I don't think we do. Righty-ho! So that is the end of the laugh and chuckle phase. Not too bad really. I mean, Silas getting delayed, no big thing. In fact, I think even if he's delayed and in another world, I think to achieve his personal story, yeah, he just has to do it in the upkeep phase. It doesn't matter if he's delayed or anything, so we could win next turn, basically. Just by him sacrificing himself. I'm thinking, should I do it really? I'd like to keep him alive, but to finish the game off, plus the fact, at the end of the day, you know, he's turning into a deep one, and he is basically, like, going to have to make this decision sooner or later. And if I was him, well, you know, I'd be falling on my cavalry sabre rather than turn into one of those horrible deep ones. So what we might do next turn is, because it is the final gate that we need, we've got 5 seals now, he may well do that at the upkeep phase. So be a very quick game, I think, next turn. As I say, thematically, I don't think he's going to want to live and to turn into a deep one. And let's be honest, who would? And it's quite a good way for him to finish the game, thematically thinking. It is the final seal, so I think he is going to do that. So, tell you what, we'll just carry on. We'll just carry on rather than me wrap it up here and then and then come back with a 10-minute episode. So that's what we're going to do. Let's get across to turn 11 and the upkeep phase. And our first player will be Roland Banks. And here we are with Roland. I just had a quick check of the rules because I wanted to make sure that, because Silas is delayed, could he fulfill his personal story? And I didn't find anything specific, but what I did find was being delayed just means you can't move. You lose all your movement points. You can still have encounters. So the way I'm going to play it, if you can have an encounter, then he can kill himself on his upkeep phase. So I think that's quite valid. All it is he can't move from his current spot, being delayed. If he can have a full encounter, then he can do his personal story on his upkeep phase, I think. So if that's wrong, let me know, but it seems quite sensible to me. If he can have an encounter, then he can fulfill his personal story on his upkeep phase. Okay, right. Bank loan. Let's do it right, let's do it right. So, a four, he saves. Excellent. So, he keeps $2, doesn't get a new one. He does get a clue token because of intuitive. We're not going to move anything around because he's not going to get the opportunity to go anywhere. Righto, next up is Lily Chen. And here we are with Lily. All Lily would be doing is going to the second half of another dimension. So what I'd do, I'm not going to mess around with this. She's as high as she can get. So what we'll do is we'll use a 2 focus to put her sneak up. That's what we do normally. Okay, so that's it for Lily. Let's have a look at Amanda Sharp. Here we are with Amanda Sharp. And what I should have done, let's get rid of these 5 clue tokens. She shouldn't have them. She spent them to seal the gate. So, right, we've got rid of those. Lucky cigarette case, put that up there. Right, what's she going to do? Well, she's going to use a focus to get up to 4 speed. With a 4 speed, she would be looking to get to the administration building to pick up that clue. I think that's what she would have done. Righto, so that's it for Amanda. Let's move on to Silas Marsh. And here we are with Silas. Poor, doomed Silas. As I say, if he can do an encounter in the other world while he's delayed, then I think he can do his personal story during his upkeep phase. So let's just have a look at it. As Silas goes out in a blaze of glory, he's not turning into a deep one. The call. Silas may spend 3 clue tokens. Consider those spent. 1 gate trophy and 1 monster trophy. Spent. Bottom of the deck. Back into the cup. During the upkeep phase, which is now, to place I Won't Give in play. And here it is. I won't give in. I know now that there are things more terrible than death, and I refuse to let that siren song claim me like it has so many of my family. Seal 1 open gate of your choice. Silas is devoured. Poor old Silas. But the deep ones aren't going to get him. So he's going to seal a gate. The one he's going to seal is... well, he's not going to seal the black gate. He's not that mean. He's not going to seal the black cave one and trap poor old Lily in another world. What he's going to do is he's going to... which one's he going to shut? He'll shut the one at the woods. Let's see what it was. So the one he's going to seal is the one at the woods. That was a dash to the Dreamlands. We've got no slash monsters, but the blue seal of funkiness goes on it. And that is it. All the monsters get all the gates closed. So, oh, poor old Lily's stuck in another world anyway. But she'll just get she'll get bounced out into Lost in Time and Space, and from there she will be able to make her way back eventually. So, coolness. Right, so we've won the game. So, yeah, I think it was better just to do the Silas Marsh thing at the end. You never know, we might have got a gate burst or something, and the more I thought about it, the more I think that's the way Silas would have wanted it to end, because at the end of the day, he's prevented himself becoming a deep one, and his last act has been to win the game. So, very thematic, very good end. Not so good for poor old Silas, but I think it rounds off this game particularly well. So, yes, thoroughly enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed Innsmouth. I mean, we didn't get, you know, we weren't under pressure at any real time, really. Even with those 2 rumours. By the time the rumours came, I think we'd sealed 3 gates. We got a couple of elder signs early. If you seal a couple of games early, then you're laughing. It's when, like, you know, when we did Kingsport and Dunwich, we took ages to seal our first gate, and that really puts you behind. But Innsmouth, we did really well. We got a couple of gates sealed early, and then you're pretty much ahead of the game. As long as you play sensibly, then you should do okay. Not that I play particularly sensibly. I do take some risks, but it is a risk and reward game. Those risks that I took, you know, I didn't want to spend too much time. I didn't want to lose tempo. So, you know, I sent Silas to the Unvisited Isle and stuff like that. I was just playing the percentages, but it did mean we got time. If we played it a bit more conservatively, we'd have lost the odd turn, and it'd have lasted a bit longer. And the longer the game lasts, the more opportunity it has to, like, give you really crappy cards that can really put you back. So I did take a few risks. Fortunately, they came off, so we ended up with a win. And but I do like Innsmouth. It's an excellent expansion. I do like it a lot, and I'll certainly be playing it again. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I can imagine, you know, if you don't get a couple of seals early, or you're playing it with another sideboard, for example, then I can imagine it's a real horror. You've got to get somebody up there. You've got to be on the ball, and we were lucky with investigators, really. Silas and Amanda weren't exactly lucky, but you know, we had to look out for them. We had to spend a special care with them. But Roland and his clues is brilliant. We virtually got his personal story done first turn, and then he was just a clue machine. Then, you know, we didn't have to send him up to Innsmouth till later on in the game. But even if it had got a bit hairy in Innsmouth earlier on, just send him up there. Send him up there. He can fill that deep 1 track for fun, and you know, really keep that getting out of hand. So he's a really good investigator to have if you're playing with Innsmouth. The only reason we had him, obviously, was because of theme. So him, Silas, and Amanda. I think it's a good call as well on Roland. He's a really good investigator to have. Silas, for all that we managed to keep him alive till the very last throw of the game, he is a bit of a liability. You've got to watch out. But certainly with Silas, I'd play him that way again, in that take a few risks with him. You may as well keep him on those aquatic spaces. That +2 he gets is immense, and, you know, go for it. Really go for it. Use his aquatic movement, and try and keep him alive as long as you can. But, you know, just get what you can out of him while you can. And it worked really well in this game, and he delivered the coup de grace on Cthulhu. So well done, Silas. And he won in a way, didn't he? He didn't turn into a deep one. So good old Silas. Well done, mate. Right, so that is it for Arkham Horror, The Shadow over Innsmouth. And I hope you enjoyed it. As I say, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was great. It's always nice to win, though, isn't it? So there we go. Woohoo! Righty-ho. So, as ever, if I've made any mistakes in that last episode, by all means let me know. I'm sure you will. I think that's right about Silas. It doesn't matter about him being delayed. If he can have an encounter while he's delayed, I'm sure he can achieve his personal story whilst in the upkeep phase. That's the way I've played it anyway. Righty-ho. So, I shall see you next time. I don't know what game I'll be playing. I'll have to have a think about it. But you'll get one of those coming soon videos, I think. And then you'll find out. So until next time, this is me, Catweazle, signing off. Toodaloo.